welcome to the Authentic Man podcast with me, your host, David Chambers. I'm a men's dating, intimacy and relationship coach. And today, this is one of my short weekly kind of mini episodes, just to kind of give you guys and girls some real straight to the point advice about, something that's coming up inside of, when I'm coaching with people every week. There's always topics that come up and I dispense not so much advice, but knowledge kind of springs from it. So I like to dispense that to the wider people. So today we're going to be talking about building authentic confidence, right? And not faking it, not the fake confidence of I'm going to pretend and look good and all this kind of bullshit, right? This is about building real self-confidence in yourself as a person, as a man, as a woman, right? In who you are and the things that you're doing, not to fake it and pretend outwardly. This is to build core confidence in who you are. Really important to get that, right? So straight in. First thing is, right, the first tip I've got here is acknowledging and sharing what you're feeling. This might seem odd, right? But actually acknowledging what you're feeling and sharing it builds confidence in the validness of your emotions, your feelings, and how you feel and who you are. And I say this because I see this with a lot of the men that I work with. A big core part of what I do with men is around the emotions, because your emotions underpin all of your actions, all of your thoughts, and all of your feelings, and all of the way that you see life, right? So acknowledging and sharing your emotions is a deeply, deeply important part. And it's something that as a man, as myself, and as men, we're not always that good at doing. The next one, second point, doing something hard every day. This builds this understanding about will, right? So you're doing something that's hard, and I'll give you some examples, right? Cold showers, right? A long meditation, even just speaking your truths, going after your goals every day. These are things that are hard, right? I like the meditation and the shower because they actually don't take much effort. They're not hard to do. They're not hard, but there is a physical reaction to doing it. If I said to you, I want you to meditate for 45 minutes every day, you might go, oh, that's going to be hard, right? Or have a 30-second cold shower, you'll think, oh, that's going to be difficult. Exactly. And it's training yourself, right, to know that you can do something difficult every day. And what you'll find over a period of time is that thing no longer feels difficult anymore, right? And it teaches your brain, it teaches your body to learn that you can get over something being hard and get used to it. So the third point here is about journaling your fears, right? This is something I've started to do in the last kind of 6 weeks, and it's been amazing, right? Is writing down my fears every day, writing down what I'm afraid of, whatever comes to me in that moment. And what I'm finding is it's allowing me to have space between those fears being in my head and realizing that they're just fears. They're just bullshit things that are going through my mind that aren't really real. They're just assumptions and not based in reality most of the time, right? And it gets them out of your heads because often we just spend so much time thinking about our fears, right? But we're scared to write them down. We're scared to put them onto paper because we think that it makes them more real, when in fact it's the other way around. When we just keep them in our head, right, they feel more real. When you start writing them out, you realize that they are just these things, these stories that you've made up over time. Cool. And the fourth point, right, is to observe yourself when you're trying to kind of check out from focus. So say you're working, right, you're doing a proposal, or you're writing some code, or whatever it is you do for work, right, and you're typing away and you're doing the work, you have headphones in maybe, and there's a little urge for you to be like, oh, let me check social media, or oh, let me, look at my phone, or oh, let me do that thing that really doesn't need to be done in that moment. There's some part of you that is uncomfortable with the thing you're doing, right? Some uncomfortability has come up for you. Might be, it's usually mental, right? So for me, I started to observe this one day as like literally writing down every time I thought about checking out from focus, moving away from being focused, I wrote down what it was I was feeling. And what I found for myself was often I was having difficulty with the task I was doing. Like I didn't know something, I didn't understand something. So I wanted to move away from the uncomfortable feeling of feeling inadequate, right? So just journal this. This is something you can just do on a piece of paper, that every time you're like, let me check social media, let me go and do that. What is it you're trying to move away from? What are you trying to run away? What sort of uncomfortability are you running away from? And learning to just be with that uncomfortability, because being with what's uncomfortable deeply builds a confidence in you to know that you can stay with something uncomfortable. It's a little bit like the cold showers. And the fifth point is having a practice that practices discipline, to build discipline, right? Because discipline is one of the most important things that will get you to your goals or get you wherever you want to get to in life, right? Whatever matters to you. And this could be a workout routine. This could be healthy eating plan. This could be giving up meat or giving up booze or even drugs, right? And when I say drugs, I don't just mean any drugs. I mean, maybe you're a weed smoker. Maybe you have a cocaine habit that's raging, and you're doing that very often, right? By stopping and saying, okay, I'm not going to do that thing, or I'm going to stick to my workout routine and my healthy eating plan, or I'm going to give up meat, and you do it consistently, right? You do it every day, you follow through, you build that self-confidence in knowing that you can be your word. You can be a man of integrity or a woman of integrity. It goes a really long way for us to just feel grounded in our own confidence, right? It massively boosts our confidence. Right, so these are the 5 points, but I got one more, right? Because I'm generous. I'm always over-giving. So my last point is to practice gratitude and self-love, right? And this is incredibly, incredibly important. And again, it's something that I've dipped in and out of over the last year, is writing down what you're grateful for. I find a really great time to do this is before bed, actually, is to write down anything from 11 to 111 things, right? I like to keep the numbers, I like when they're repeating numbers. So I might do 44 or I might do 66. There was a point for a month where I did 111. I wrote 111 things I was grateful for every day. And you know what? It really made me feel appreciative of life, of my life, who I am, who I've become, and what's going on around me. And these are great practices to have. And self-love, that could be really easy. Self-love could be taking yourself out for a walk. Self-love to be telling yourself it's okay. Maybe you're doing a practice and you didn't do it that day. You say, okay, you know what? It's okay. I can restart tomorrow. Practicing that instead of the being belligerent and just beating yourself up all the time, which doesn't help. Practicing that self-love. So I'm just going to recap those quickly. First one was acknowledging and sharing your fears. The second point was, doing something hard every day. The third point was journaling your fears. The fourth point was to observe when you're trying to check out from focus. The fifth point was, practicing discipline. And the bonus point was practicing gratitude and self-love. So these are just a few tips from me in terms of building confidence that you can go out and do right now. You can do all these right now, every day, all the time, right? And I'd love to hear how it goes for you, because I'm always really interested in, how people take on these challenges, because it really does make a difference to your life. You follow what I've said for 30 days. And you will see a marked difference in how you feel towards yourself and towards life and your pursuit of your goals. Great. That's all the tips for today. If these are areas that you're looking for coaching in, like I said at the beginning of the show, I'm a men's, dating, intimacy and relationship coach. I've got a couple of spots that have opened up for my coaching. So just drop me a message on Instagram at @theauthenticman_ or email me at hello@theauthenticman.net. And we can talk about, I'll give you a free clarity call, an hour clarity call where you get deep clarity on any problem you're dealing with in your life, right? I'm going to give you clarity that you've never had before. You'll see ways and being how you may be creating these things and how you can actually get out of this problem. So yeah, just hit me up. You've got nothing to lose and we'll have great fun. So yeah, until next week, until the next mini episode, or until my next full-length episode that comes out on a Wednesday. Ciao, ciao for now.